Okay, welcome back. Cataclysm, Bright Nights, One Punch. We have recorded quite a bit for this one. Let me check. Let me check to see what part this is off the top of my head. I don't keep track of that sort of stuff. I just play. Okay, I think this is it. So that's this would be part 10. Okay. That's impressive, to be honest. I expected this to be like 1. As a stupid idea. Okay, so updates. Some bad news. And a slight bit of good news, potentially. Bad news, well, first bad news is, I didn't recover any of my allies. They all seem to be completely gone. Second bit of bad news. The thing that I was trying to make, my end game armor, my dream armor, was the machined combat plate. It requires a miniaturized steam engine. It is basically steampunk power armor. It covers your torso, arms, hands, legs, feet. Encumbrance 20, which is honestly pretty incredible. A little bit of storage. 45 bash protection, 50 cut protection, 12 acid, 3 fire, 12 environmental. It is stupendous. The only downside is that it's 90 warmth, which in the summer, which is what we're in for the next 20 days, that's brutal. I mean, you're going to be burning up the entire time. So that's not great. But the real bummer, and why I haven't made this, is that I realized with my talons, I can't equip gloves. That includes any suit of clothing that also covers your hands. So I can never wear this combat plate. I found this out while trying to equip some other, like, wetsuit kind of thing, and discovered that I couldn't. And I was glad that I hadn't gone through all the effort to make this. It is potentially possible that we could remove that mutation, but we have so many mutations at this point that that would be a really big crapshoot. I did make the helmet because I can use that. It covers your head, eyes, mouth, like similarly insane protection. It's basically a gas mask as well. But again, the 90 warmth during the summer, it's too hot. It's too hot, man. Can't handle it. So it's not actually beneficial. And I was looking through, I was really, like, analyzing every piece of armor available that I could make and all that kind of stuff, and there really isn't anything that great. The chitin armor that we're using is really pretty solid. I did make a vision helmet, which is a modded thing, I'm almost certain, because it's kind of busted. Anything with 0 encumbrance that actually provides, like, protective value is probably busted. So, head and mouth, 0 encumbrance, 24 bash, 24 cut. Doesn't provide enough for a gas mask. It also increases your perception by 1 for some reason. So I think we still need to put on this mask. And we need to reload this mask. Good. Yeah, so that's that. Wanted to maybe reinforce this makeshift armor kit. Oh yeah, makeshift repair kit. There you go. Yeah, get that reinforced. I did go out and raid this scientist compound. Kicked all their asses. Felt good. And I got some things in there, a bunch of welding tanks, an arc welder, some CBMs, although nothing great. We did get a couple battery ones, so we could actually power some CBMs now. Cranial flashlight just adds like a headlamp into your forehead. Linguistic coprocessor increases your reading speed, but we've basically read everything at this point. Probability travel lets you quantum tunnel through walls, which is pretty cool. But we have a jackhammer, so it's not that great. And this teleportation unit that teleports you 25 feet in a random direction. But we could do that through a magic spell, so not that big of a deal. I also found this purifier serum. I believe this will remove a random mutation. I've never used one. I think there's Purifier, and then there's Purifier Serum. Serums remove, like, the really big... Or, I guess, no matter what, it's random, but serums can remove the really big mutations, which is presumably large talons. Whereas... Purifier whatever can't. But it's still random, and I have so many mutations, and it's very likely I'll remove a good one. So I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, I guess it might be worth it. Where's my syringe? Didn't I get a syringe somewhere? Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. There we go. We lost large talons. And we also lost strong. Okay, we'll put a point into strength. Okay, so we lost... We just got long fingernails. So if I'm not wearing gloves, my unarmed attacks deal a minor amount of cutting damage. I don't think that's worth it. But that's still not... It doesn't solve our problem, really, because it's still way too hot out to wear the machined combat armor. So, either I sit here and just wait till autumn, which doesn't really appeal to me, or... Well, okay, that solves one problem at the very least. I didn't know how that worked. I should have stopped consuming it as soon as I lost the talons. Bit of a bummer. Okay, that was all the bad news. I didn't even get to the good news. The good news is I found another dojo. While we were tearing through that city, we uncovered the location of a second dojo. Right here. Which kind of sucks, because it's very close to where we, like, went into that big city. I mean, I got through the city once. I'm sure I can get through it again. But, yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to... I mean, maybe I can swoop around this way, but this is all wooded trail. I assume this is all cut off, and we won't be able to do that. We can take a look, but... Yeah, that's the current plan, I guess. That is the current plan. So let's do it. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit over this playthrough. Because now we're kind of at the point where it's just like I'm outmatched by a lot of things, and so now it's just like this desperate attempt to get something to make me on par that I can survive. To be perfectly honest, though, Cataclysm in general, I kind of feel like RimWorld, where the fresh start is always like the more interesting thing. The early game where you're struggling to just get your shit together and make things work. And then later on, it starts to just sort of lose its luster, and you think, oh, well, what if I did this? What if we did this start? Or what if I had this character? And blah, blah, blah. You know, just to keep it fresh. A couple Mangg over here. Kind of want to watch this. Look at these Mangg go. Look at them tear. Look at them fucking rip and tear. Oh, something attacked me. But I already lost... Jesus. Look at them go. And the Mangg... Yeah, one of them is, like, slightly injured. They're just good. Mangg are just powerful. Before Cataclysm, I never really thought of Mangg as, like, some powerful creature, but I guess. So I took, so I got the arc welder from the compound, and I hooked it up to the electrical grid in the evac shelter, and that actually does work. So that gives you basically an unlimited arc welder, which is great. So I use that to pretty much completely repair this car. This whole stadium. It's a stadium. That's got to be the most packed zombie location. That's where you just drop a fucking mini nuke. Call it a day. Town hall there. And we're already stretching over into the woods here. I didn't build the survivor telescope yet. I'm an idiot. I think that's about it. So we are gonna have to go through the town. I mean, maybe a real man would go on foot and just go through the woods. But I'm not a real man. I have a big, heavy car, and I know how to use it. So we could just maybe do a straight shot. Straight shots are better. The less tight 90-degree turns you have to make, the better. So let's give this a shot. Yeah, we're gonna kill stuff. It's gonna happen. Fuck. I'm not gonna drive through the hospital. Although, I mean, there is certainly something appealing about that, but no. This makes me concerned for what sort of turns we're gonna have to make here. Okay. I can live with that. Shit. Okay, good driving, good driving. Take a turn. What the fuck? How many Migo was that? That was like 8 Migo. Oh my god, they're everywhere. There's the dojo. With Migo all around it. No, no. I might actually do a night raid. Yeah, this turn sucks. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that was that was bad. Not my finest driving moment. Okay. Kill that. Alright. I feel remorse. My ass. Haven't I punched enough kids to not feel remorse? Alright. Heal up a little bit. Heal up a little bit. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. So, yeah. I mean, there's just a stupid amount of Migo in the area. It really has me worried. But I don't know what else to do. Because I can't... I mean, I know I hit a lot of zombies, but I'm not going to purposefully drive my car with the intent of killing zombies. The intent here was to get to this dojo. It wasn't to clear the roads, clearly. And I'm just almost certain I cannot take a Migo in hand-to-hand. So it leaves us in a predicament. I know it's not nighttime, but I'd like to poke my head over just to like trigger, or just to like get the Migo in the reality bubble. There were so many that they're not gonna like, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna lose to the zombies. But I don't know. They might get drawn off into the distance. Just so close. If this dojo does not have a martial art book, I'm fucking done. We're moving on to some other run. Let me crouch. Okay. So far, it's all clear. Isn't that swell? Maybe we go through this house. Okay, let me zoom in. Can't go through the house. Go out the back. My hope is that there's a drain pipe here. There is. Perfect. Now just very quiet. Very stealthy. A black belt. And not a single book. I don't believe it. Okay, this run is... We're done. We're done. We're just fucking done. I'm not gonna... That's not... I gave it my all. I gave it my fucking all. I mean, if this shit was my job, if I was making money off this, if I had to, sure, we would keep going. And I would just go around until I found some other dojo or something else, but I'm just doing this for fun, and I think we've done quite a bit. So I think to end it off, let's go back the way we can. Well, we have to try and fight a skeleton juggernaut. That was the goal of the challenge from the start. I don't think we can do it, but we'll try. We'll save beforehand. We'll give it a shot. If I do it, that's awesome. If I don't do it, then we'll spawn in like a Krav Maga book or something like that, and then we'll try it a second time with Krav Maga. And we'll see if there's a difference. Because if I can't even do it with the martial art, then the whole thing was pointless. But am I trusting in this street? Guess I am. There's a skeleton juggernaut right there. And actually, there's two of them. No, cat. I need to concentrate. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, this car is beastly. Lesser cars would have crumpled. Because my normal, like, go-to mobile base... Some people make their own big mobile bases, and they make their own big deathmobiles and stuff like that. Oh shit. But my go-to is always the luxury RV, because I usually find it at that makeshift command center, and that's just, it comes with a mini fridge and a kitchen rig and stuff. And it's just like, yep, this works. But it's very long. It's, you know, it's a little unwieldy, and it does not have military sort of armor on it by default. So, I mean, you can add it in time, but... So, obviously there's skeleton juggernauts everywhere. I was gonna go to the one that killed my buddy to avenge him, but we don't have to, I guess. We'd have to fight. That skeleton juggernaut is like right there, whereas, you know, who knows how long we might have to fight till we get to get to one of them. Ooh, that was some good driving there. What's my driving skill at? 6. Yeah. Pro. So where... Oh, that's up there. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Pop an aspirin. We want to get that pain down if we're going to take on this juggernaut. So I don't have another challenge run in my head at the moment. Like, nothing has struck me as, yep, I want to do that. So I'll probably just cool it for a minute. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'll cool it until this gets uploaded. That might be a while. We'll see. But definitely, you know, if you watched all of this, you have any ideas in mind for a challenge run, you know, even if you haven't played the game yourself, you might be able to think of some challenge runs. What the fuck just hit me? Oh, a snot gobbler exploded. Okay. Let me heal up. Okay, we're fully healed. We might as well go in with Bless. We did learn Bless. This would be the time to do it. Once we see him. I think we have to take off... Did I lose my fucking knuckles again from a technician? Alright, this time we're just spawning it in. Fuck that. Okay. Because I could just go back and... Well, no, I mean... I still didn't re-add the recipe, but it's not like some rare item I couldn't obtain again, so what? We're just saving time. Right. So I think yeah, I have to take off the knuckles to use it. But that's okay. We got a zombie brute as well. It's definitely a step below the Juggernaut, but it's like a level 2 boss or something, or level 2 point... I don't know. I didn't map out all the boss levels for this challenge run. Oh, shit. Okay, here comes the brute. And the Juggernaut. One after another. This is the time to bless. We don't want to be in a car for this, because he's gonna slam... They're both gonna slam us up against it. Bless. Alright, we are blessed. We got the knuckles. $35 crit, 43 crit, dead. Mini boss defeated. I don't want to lose blessed. The Juggernauts are slow. I have to deal with this tough zombie pretty quickly. I'd like to reapply bless. Okay. Knuckles off. Bless. No, don't bless the fucking Juggernaut! Okay, blessed. Bless fully applied. Let me save and quit here. This will be our save scum. If I die here and I want to learn Krav Maga, I'm probably going to have to... maybe I can just add it to my character, but otherwise I'm going to have to run and add the book. Okay. I lost Knuckles again. Oh no, there they are. Good. I think we're all set. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's got range. We are doing damage with normal hits. And he hit us finally. 20 damage, knocked us to the floor. We gotta rush back in. Crit. We're doing it. We're doing it, Peter. Oh my god. Oh. Stamina's getting a little dicey. Yeah! Challenge complete. Legit. I mean, I'm calling it. It's all legit. I legitimately beat the challenge that I set for myself with only one, you know, iffy save scum at the start. But still, I'm happy. That Juggernaut went down a lot easier than I thought. The chitin armor. Do not sleep on that shit. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. Alright. Not bad. Okay, now let me see if I can add in... Player edit... Learn all melee styles. Sure. So, yeah, Krav Maga is my favorite. So, just for reference of what this gives us, we get arm block and leg block now. We get Krav Maga stance, gives +1 accuracy permanently, and gives a +1 bonus to block. Jab is like our basic attack. It's twice as quick as your normal attack. Then you have cheap shot, which is a stun on every crit. Takedown, which drops them to the ground often. And then you have Bone Breaker, which is only unarmed, not melee. And that does 200% damage, plus 100% of strength armor penetration. And that works on crits when they're downed and stunned, and they have to be humanoid. But yeah, I mean, that's devastating. We also get a grab break, a block counter that's free, and overall just, yeah, really good. So now let's go in and see how this does against this kid. Yeah, I knocked him to the ground, 45 damage. Here's another Juggernaut. Just gonna hold down tab. I mean, overall, we took some damage, partly because I'm fucking dazed. That doesn't help my dodge. And we definitely need to heal, but still. Yeah. Pretty good. I don't know. There might be better unarmed. I've never... I mean, this is a good way to, like, test them all out. Because you could get into, like, the Shaolin stuff. Like Tiger Kung Fu. I don't know. Never tried it. Look at all this stuff. Kevlar Hulk. I don't think I can take on the Kevlar Hulk. That's like final boss stuff. I guess Apophis. Apophis unarmed only. That's definitely the ultimate challenge run. If I was like a Cataclysm streamer, that would be something. That's like if Lobos Jr. played Cataclysm. That would be what he would do. Oh, standing in acid. There we go. Yeah, there you go. You only do so much with melee before, I mean, your stamina will give out at a certain point. It's unless you have some insane mutations and, you know, inhuman stuff. But there you go. I completed the challenge. Last words of Saitama. I was a hero for fun. 536 kills, survived for 32 days. Obviously, we ended it, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's how it goes with Cataclysm. You know, when you first start playing, you don't know anything unless you really spent like hours watching people play and you know all the monsters and stuff like that going in. But generally, when you first start playing, you don't know anything. You don't know what's dangerous, what's not so dangerous, what you can get away with and what you can, the good tactics to use, all the little intricacies of how Cataclysm works. And you're just going to die a lot. But then, you know, as you go on and on and on, you know exactly how tough things are. You know how to cheese certain things. You know about car strats for melee and blah blah blah. You know about kiting with spears and so on and so forth. And generally then, unless you have a really BS start, it's fairly easy to survive for quite a while. Not that easy. BS can still happen, but yeah, you just get better and better. That's why I felt encouraged to try a challenge run. I'm shocked we did it. I mean, it wasn't like some insane challenge. Unarmed only is not that insane. But 0 headshots. It's pretty good. 536 monsters killed, 0 headshots. That's how you know we did it right. It's counting us for... Okay, I guess we killed the Gouladon. Yeah, 2 skeletal juggernauts. We definitely killed 2 of them. Legit, baby. So then, if you wanted... So that's, you know, that's the challenge version. Starting with no unarmed skill and no martial art. But if you wanted to be a little bit more cheesy, you could go in as like a black belt. And you just take some bullshit, you know, bullshit traits that no one cares about. Brain intolerance and poor hearing and squeamish, strong scent, ugly, wool allergy, weak stomach, you know, that kind of stuff. And you grab like deft and quick, and then you just dump all your points into strength and dex. And then you start with, I don't know, I mean, Krav Maga is pretty good. The nice thing about Krav Maga is you don't have to really think about it. You just hold down tab. Everything, a lot of other ones you have to think about it. And then you just hold down tab. And you just kill stuff. This character is already better than mine was after 36 days. If only for the simple fact he knows fucking Krav Maga. He has 14 dodge, 8 melee, 8 unarmed. I mean, it's just insane. This is you can start with this character if you want. And we're starting in a massive mall, but it's day 1, or you know, it's the first day, so you're not gonna run into any skeletal juggernauts or anything. It's all just zombies, fat zombies, and you never get hit. You can get overwhelmed. Again, stamina is always a concern in melee, but his stamina is really good because he's wearing like nothing, and his attacks are very efficient. He's killing everything in like, what, 1-2 hits? Okay, it's a fat zombie. It's a little bit more. And this is completely unarmed. I mean, imagine if we added in a fucking impact knuckle. And use that. Then you'll see some shit. Then it's just like, there's no point. It's so stupid. You know. It is cathartic, I guess, after all the bullshit we did. It is cathartic to just spawn in with this and go ham. And you can do that. I mean, you can spawn in a character with like 20 in every stat that starts with just... I mean, you could spawn in a big-ass machine gun and 8,000 rounds of ammo and just settle things, you know, and just feel good about it. But you see, this would not have been a challenge run. Trying to get some more stamina back. This is end game Saitama here. Okay. That's not even counting stats through skills, or stats through kills. We've not gotten hit once, by the way, with our 14 dodge. This is pod racing. But I would never want to like continue this run, because it's like, where do you go from here? You could clear out this entire mall day one, and you'd have just basically all the loot you could really care, like pretty much everything a beginner character would ever want, you could have. But what's the point? I mean, yeah. Look at this massive mob to our left. That's a test of our stamina right here. I would just love to see this in real life. This guy wearing nothing but a fucking karate gi and a black belt. Just standing there and beating the ever-loving shit out of a horde of zombies. Incredible. Because they're not like Romero zombies. It's not like you have to destroy their brain. Their brains are already destroyed. So that he's just like snapping their bones and stuff and just punching them in the chest so hard that they die. I did take a little bit of damage there from the Zapper zombie, because I'm using the knuckles. But yeah, I mean, you could clear out this whole town, and then if you were interested, you could just clear out this... I mean, the mall, there's probably like 5 gun stores in the mall. Maybe not that many, I've never cleared out a mall. But having an OP character day one is when they're the most OP, because there's nothing that insane. And this is like a legal character, for whatever that means. It's not like you fucked with your stats to give you 20 and everything. This is literally just the black belt profession. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, after all that, this is cathartic. Just hold on tab. I'm slightly injured. Oh, they went after the gangsters up there. I think I just killed a gangster as well. But yeah, the sheer astronomical amount of loot you could get from this mall. Sure, bump up my strength even more. We're killing SWAT zombies in there as well. A level 9 cooking book? Straight out the gate? Anyways. Problem with the mall is it doesn't show you like what all the stores are. You just have to roam around them and check them out. But I guess it's fine. I don't know when I'll ever be able to like clear out a mall using a normal character. It's just generally not worth it. There's just so many, and you're not really sure what you're gonna find. By the time you do, by the time you have a normal character that can clear out a mall, you know, this place is filled with shocker zombies and juggernauts and brutes and all the nasties, and then it's just like, oh god, I'd rather just find a lab. But I mean, that right there could be a challenge. Is start like evac shelter, start with a survivor or something, and the goal is to clear them all. Head, you know, from one end to the other. You wouldn't have to start in a mall. We would be evac shelters. You'd have to find them all, and then you'd have to clear it out. And you'd want to do it quickly before everything gets crazy, but clearing out this many would just take days. But then, there are... I mean, we jumped right into, like, a custom challenge that I came up with, but there are built-in challenges that we could try sometime. Different scenarios. You have really bad days. You start drunk, depressed, infected, surrounded by fire, and sick with the flu. And you start in town. So it's not at like an evac shelter. And your professions are limited. You're either a tweaker, so you start with amphetamine withdrawal, or a shower victim, where the only thing you start with is a soap bar and a towel. Really, the shower victim is definitely better. Amphetamine withdrawal would kick your ass early on. And it's not like the tweaker has tools or anything available to them. They just... they get some basic clothes. But, yeah. So that would be something. Medieval peasant. You start as a churl in the wilderness. I don't think that alone would be that crazy of a challenge. I think you might be illiterate as the churl. Let me double check that. Which would be trickier. That might be. Okay, yeah. You're illiterate, junk food intolerance, and you have a strong stomach. Junk food intolerance, that's pretty much nothing. That's no problem. But yeah, an illiterate character. Can't read books, magazines, or use computers. That cuts you out of a lot of crafting recipes. That cuts you out of well, it cuts you out of computers, but also you can't use computers. I don't know if it cuts you out of any other skills. Everything else can be leveled up through crafting or doing it, I think. Yeah. It's not insane. I feel like if we did that start, there would have to be something extra tackled onto it. Lab patient. You start in a lab as somebody that was experimented on. So you can just start as a survivor, which means that they didn't actually mutate you or anything like that. That would not be enough of a challenge. But the prototype cyborg start, or the failed bioweapon, something like that. Volunteer. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. Unwilling mutant, maybe. I think prototype cyborg lab patient start would be quite the challenge. Because you start with a lot of shitty bionics that actually harm you, and if you don't get them removed, they will kill you. So, and you start with no tools, nothing like that, so that's tricky. Lab staff is, I think, basically just a slightly easier version of that. You could start as a super juggernaut. Abandoned, you start in a hospital. Also, pretty tricky start, but a tricky start is not necessarily a fun challenge run, because once you get out of the start, it's just a run. So, that's why none of these challenges are that insane to me. Island prison is probably the only one that's really interesting, because you're on an island. So that's a lot harder to get out of. But once you do, still normal run. So that's why I'm more inclined to just do kind of custom challenge runs. But there's just so much potential to this game for different runs. I wish Ambiguous Amphibian played it more. He only did like one video on it or something. I wish somebody like Lobos Jr. came along. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody doing CDDA challenge runs. Vormithrax probably has done some. But yeah, I don't think anyone is. I don't know if this might be the only series on YouTube of unarmed only CDDA. It wasn't CDDA, of course, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just freaking love this game. So I'll keep pondering fun challenge runs. If and when you see this, if you watch all the way through and you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I think we can have a lot of fun with this. This is basically a Cataclysm channel at this point. But alright. Success. My name is Mangg. Game you finished watching is Cataclysm Bright Nights, the One Punch Man run. See you fine folks around.